is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 282. I'm coaching 3 celebrities at the moment. I know. And since I can't say their names, I figured I would just say something that's happening with all 3 of them. Okay? And that is, they're not happy. They're not happy. They're not happy with their life, their energy, the way they look, their skin. They're not happy. And they have a lot of money. These are millionaires, multi-millionaires. And they are tapping into their passion, right? They're doing a creative job. They work for themselves. It's amazing to witness, but they're not happy still. And they're not healthy, obviously. That's why they came to me. That's why they messaged me. And so what I want to remind you is to not compare yourself, because what's happening on social media is that we're looking at somebody's reel and it's not real. It's not real. And you're comparing your real life to somebody's highlight reel, to somebody's fake life. It's not real. The only person that you know exactly what's happening with is you. Even your best friend, you'll never truly, truly know. Even your spouse, you'll never truly know them 100 million%. You don't truly know what's going on inside of them. It's very easy. We're all actors. And that's what these people are doing that I'm coaching. They're acting. They're acting like they have the best life and they have so much fun and they're traveling the world and they're super happy and they're really motivational and they're really inspired. And the truth is that we're all actors and we're all struggling with something. Maybe you're not struggling with addiction. Maybe you're not struggling with depression, but you're struggling with something. And so is every single celebrity that you look up to. And so am I. I'm struggling. Yeah. Everyone on earth is. I'm struggling with loneliness. I'm struggling with grief. I'm struggling working alone. It's hard. It's really hard. But see, it's also hard to work at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So chill. Don't feel bad for me now. It's hard to walk on the beach. I feel dumb saying it, but it's still hard to work alone. I thrive with a team. And so that's why for the past 10 years, I was working in the food and beverage industry where I was opening restaurants and I was hiring and training and just really thriving. But I am working with people. I have my course, my group coaching course, which starts in 2 hours. We meet every single Sunday and Wednesday from 7 to 9-ish on Zoom. And I'm really grateful to them because, the rest of the time I'm working alone. And if you think it's easy, it's not, okay? But if you want to ever get anything accomplished, you're going to have to be okay working alone. If you ever want to write a book, you ever want to create content, you're most likely going to be doing it alone. You want to get healthy, you're going to have to learn how to do it alone. And it can be very lonely. Working out, most likely, you could find a gym buddy, but they might not be able to make it sometimes, and they might not last. I had a gym buddy. It didn't work out between us. I'm back to working out alone. And I just want to come on here, remind you that comparison is the thief of all joy. If you're comparing yourself to the way somebody looks after 4 hours of motherfucking makeup, then you're playing yourself. And you see how society can totally destroy your self-esteem and your potential and your confidence. I remember realizing this when I was a kid, and I was obsessed with J-Lo, and I just thought she was the most beautiful person. And then I saw her without makeup and without her hair extensions, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been comparing myself without makeup, myself first thing in the morning, to J-Lo after 4, 5, 6 hours of makeup and hair extensions. And then on top of that, guys, they have Photoshop. Like on top of the hours and hours and hours of makeup and hair extensions and all the things, then they also do Photoshop on these celebrities. And it's just like, if you and I can do Photoshop on our phones, okay, then they can do it so much better. Like video, they're Photoshopping videos now. Did you know that? Did you know you can Photoshop a video? It's crazy. It's crazy. So I just want to remind you that you got to stop comparing yourself, because you're comparing yourself to a false reality. And you got to just start counting your blessings and counting the things you have and looking in the mirror and trying your very fucking best to look in the mirror and see what you do have and what you do like and count your blessings. You know, every single breath you take is a blessing. I bet you take it for granted, though. Do you have 2 eyes? I bet you take them for granted, though. Can you walk? Do you have 2 legs that work? I bet you take them for granted. So I want you to start looking at all the things that you do have, that you do love, that you are blessed with. And stop looking at all the fucking things that you don't like, or that aren't looking right, or that aren't working perfectly, or that got messed up by an accident or a fall or a surgery or whatever it is. You keep looking at those things, you're going to get more things to look at that are wrong. Okay? I should know. I was always obsessed over my nose. I thought my nose was just, sorry, my boo. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Why am I tired? Sorry. I barely slept last night. I was writing all night. Okay, so last thing. Sorry. I hate yawning in the podcast. It's like I'm boring myself. But listen, okay? Forget that yawn. How do people do this stuff and not yawn in their podcasts? So basically, I was obsessed with my nose, and I thought if only I could have a nose job, because my nose was crooked. I got punched in the face when I was pretty young, and around 8 or 9. And then it was crooked, and I was really upset, and I thought everybody was looking at my nose, and it was big, and it was crooked, and there was a big dent in it. And I was convinced that that was the reason why I was ugly, and nobody liked me, and no guys asked me out. So what I did was, I already dropped out of school at 14, and then I saved up, I paid bills, I helped, excuse me, I helped with the rent. I had a little sip of water, I almost choked on my own damn water. And then I got a nose job. And after that nose job, then I started becoming obsessed with my stomach. And I was like, I just know that everyone thinks I look pregnant, and I just know that nobody will ever want to be with me because I have such a big stomach. And I know for a fact that my stomach is the reason why I'm so ugly and so undesirable and so unworthy. So I started becoming obsessed with my stomach and trying to lose weight and all these things. And then I lost weight, finally. After years and years and years, I found, the raw food diet, and I started losing weight and working out. And then once I didn't have a stomach anymore, once I didn't have a big stomach anymore, I started becoming obsessed with my hair. And I was like, oh, that's the reason, because I have very thin hair. My hair is falling out. My hair is very brittle and damaged. And that's the reason I'm so ugly. And if only I had long, beautiful hair, then people would like me. And then I started wearing hair extensions, and then my hair started growing. I started growing my hair. I started doing things for my hair, and it started growing, and now it's really long. And now I'm obsessed with my teeth. And I feel like everybody's looking at my teeth. My teeth are so ugly. My teeth are yellow. If only I had beautiful teeth, then I would be beautiful. And then people would think I was beautiful. And then people would like me. And it's insane. It's insane. It's a mental illness. It's called body dysmorphic disorder. And I've studied it because I've been diagnosed with it. And, it has nothing to do with the outside. It has nothing to do with the way we look. I know that now, and I know that nobody's looking at my teeth, and nobody's looking at my hair, and nobody cares about my nose, and nobody's focused on my stomach but me. And I understand it now. I understand that, well, when you're a kid and you don't get love and you don't feel worthy and people don't tell you that you're beautiful and they don't tell you that you are worthy and you are enough, and if you don't feel good enough, if you're just abandoned, then you start to believe that there's something wrong with you. And so what happens is you find something to focus on that helps you justify what's wrong with you. And if you can fix that thing, then maybe you'll get love. Maybe your parents will love you. Maybe your father will reach out and find you and rescue you, from like foster care and stuff. And like from your mom, because my mom was on drugs for a while there. And that's why we went into foster care. So long story short, as I understand it, has nothing to do. And you might be suffering from the same thing or something worse or something not as bad. But we're all suffering from the same syndrome, which is, I am not enough. How are you going to feel good enough? You're going to start to say to yourself, I am enough. And you're going to start to write out all the reasons. Like right now, after this podcast, can you do me a favor? Can you take 5 minutes out of your whole entire 23 hours and 55-minute life today? Can you take 5 minutes to write out the reasons why you're not good enough? And then can you look at those reasons and can you say, is this true? Is this true that I'm not good enough because I grew up poor, because I'm from the projects, because I was in foster care, because nobody cared about me, because whatever the reason, I had this surgery, because I'm this amount of pounds, because my hair is falling out, because is it true that you're not worthy and deserving? It's very rare for you to be here. It's very rare to even be born. I don't know the statistics, but I know that it's like winning the lottery, being born. When it comes to the sperm and the egg, and everything has to be exactly perfectly right. You are worthy because you were created by the Creator, and the Creator knows what it's doing. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to lose weight. If you want to, you can. You want to fix your hair or your teeth or whatever, you can, or your nose, but you don't have to do that to feel worthy, because you'll never feel worthy unless you feel worthy as is today, right here, right now. I want you to write that list, and I want you to look at it, and I want you to say, the reality is my weight has nothing to do with my worth, what kind of person I am. I am a magnificent child of the universe, and I have so many gifts and talents. Why am I putting my hair and my teeth and my skin and my weight as the most valuable thing about me? This is a spacesuit, y'all. You were given a body. You were gifted a body. Hey, the Creator's hoping you take care of it. If you don't, you'll suffer. You'll have disease. You keep drinking that coffee. You keep eating those dead animal body parts. You keep being lazy, not working out, not stretching. You keep staying up all night on social media, not sleeping. You'll reap what you sow, and you'll start to suffer. And the Creator can't do nothing for you because you were given a body for free. Like we learned yesterday, that's why you don't value it. If it's free and you didn't earn it, you didn't pay for it, you don't value it. That's why people that get fit, they earn that body. So that's why they keep working out. I always wondered, because I see the people at the gym and I'm just like, why are you here? Like, you won. Like, you already got the prize. But then I realized, well, they're doing it because they are valuing their body now. And they know that you have to continue to work out to feel good, to maintain those results and to be healthy. You can't be healthy without working out. You can't. Every day. You don't have to sweat every day, but you got to move that body. Anyway, that's the podcast for today. I thank you very much for listening. If you liked this, feel free to subscribe, like, and if you really want to support me in a way that doesn't cost anything, I would love so much if you can do two things. Leave a comment, a review, okay, if you're listening on Apple Music, and if you can screenshot this episode or any episode that you liked and share it on your story. If you happen to do that, please tag me so I can know that you're a real one. And I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for your love and your support. It really means a lot to me. And simply sharing this podcast or liking it or rating it or leaving a review, it really helps me out and it doesn't cost anything. So I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much, my boo. And remember, if you want to stay cute, you got to eat fruit. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, boo.